So how you can become the known expert in your industry so you can start attracting more of the right type of client, even if nobody currently knows who you are. I'm going to show you 5 steps in this video for how you can do that, so stay tuned. So you're watching this video because you realize that becoming the known expert in your industry has so many great benefits. You get to build a fantastic reputation and increase word of mouth referrals. People listen to you more as they have more trust in and faith in you. You gain more authority in your industry as well. And all this means that it becomes easier for you to build a loyal community and a following for life. But not only that though, when you are known as the leading authority and the expert in your industry, you get to charge more for your services. You get to pick and choose who you actually want to work with. So you can ultimately work with the type of clients that you love to work with, instead of just having to take whatever kind of comes your way. So let's get started. I've got 5 steps for you to build an expert brand in your industry to become the leading authority at what you do. So step number 1, you've got to niche down. If you don't know what I mean by niche, in simple terms, it means stop trying to help everyone. Pick a small group of people to become an expert at helping at first. There's an old saying that goes something like, before you can help the many, first you have to focus on helping the few. And this is so true when it comes to building your expert brand. You may be currently thinking that if you niche down to only working with a handful of people compared to the masses, that this would mean that there's less people for you to work with and it's harder to actually get new clients. Well, it's completely the opposite. Let me ask you a quick question. When you have a serious problem that you're looking to get solved, who do you turn to? Do you turn to an expert to help you solve that problem, or do you turn to somebody who knows a little bit about the subject? So you're 100% going to go and speak to the expert every time, and you're going to pay them more and show them a lot more respect as well, and truly listen to every single word that they have to say, and have faith in, if you do what they say, that you will have an excellent chance of solving the problem that you have in your life. Comparing that to somebody who is just a generalist, you would much rather listen to the expert person. And nobody who is a generalist ever gets the expert status either, which is exactly what you want, because they're non-expert. They know little about a lot. And if you think about it, who can you think of who is a generalist in your life who demands more respect than somebody who has an expert authority? So for example, a GP doctor compared to a neurosurgeon. A GP doctor knows a little bit about a lot, a neurosurgeon knows a hell of a lot about neurology. And if you think about another example, a more simpler version, a handyman versus a qualified plumber. The plumber charges a lot more for his services. And if you have a specific problem with your plumbing, you're going to call a plumber. Some people might call a handyman who's looking for a cheaper service, but most of us want an expert to fix our problems. Also, experts are people who stay on top of their game all the time. Every day they're looking to improve and stay on top of their game. They're looking at what type of new trends are out there. They're reading more books. They're part of mastermind programs, and they attend regular training workshops. And experts actually truly understand that they too need help in areas that they are not an expert in, to allow them to 100% focus on becoming and staying known as the authority, as the expert in that niche. So you should also be trying to do whatever you can on a daily basis to get your expert status in whatever niche it is that you're looking for. So if you're currently an NLP expert, don't just tell people that you can help them with the problem, with a general problem that they might have, because that's what you do. Be more specific and a lot more defined than that. So for example, I'm an NLP expert who helps professional football players to overcome mindset barriers and limiting beliefs. So what does that say? So number 1, it's crystal clear who I work with and how I help them. So I work with professional football players to help them overcome mindset barriers and limiting beliefs, which means to them that they can actually they can improve their game and go to the next level of their profession. And number 2, this is instantly makes you stand out from the crowd of other NLP experts. And when footballers or their trainers or their agents or managers, whoever's looking, are looking for someone to help them, who are they going to turn to? Are they going to go to you or one of the other generalists out there? So step number 2 is all about getting visible and being visible everywhere you possibly can. So no matter how good you are at doing something, if nobody knows what you do, who you help, or how you actually help them, then nobody is going to come to you and ask for help. So you need to be visible across all platforms, online and offline. People who come to your profiles need to be able to instantly identify who you are and who you help and how you do it. And they need to be able to qualify themselves as somebody who you do work with, or unqualify themselves as somebody who you don't work with. The message needs to be the same, of course, across all the type of platforms and channels that you are on. And it's no good having one message on Facebook and then another message on Instagram page being completely different. When somebody is looking to work with you, what they generally do is they'll do a Google search and they'll look across all your profiles. So it's so important that you just be crystal clear on your messaging and you keep it exactly the same across all your profiles. So then no matter who's coming to look for you, no matter who's looking to Google you, they can instantly identify what it is you do, who you work with, and how you can help them, and if they're a good fit. And if they're a good fit, they're going to reach out and make contact with you to get help from you to solve their problem. And of course, if they're not a good fit, at least they kind of know what you do and have a better idea of it. So if they know of somebody who wants your service, they can actually refer you. So step number 3, to become an expert, you've kind of got to show that you are the expert. So it goes hand in hand with the step number 2. You also need to demonstrate your knowledge and expert status on a regular basis to as many people as possible. So when it comes to building your expert brand, you want to be publishing content, content such as videos, blogs, interviews on podcasts. You want to be sharing testimonials, you want to be sharing social proof, and potentially even collaborating with other existing experts and in your industry to help each other's brands grow. One thing you could do if you have a YouTube channel, for example, you could collaborate with someone else who has a YouTube channel. And your target audience could benefit from their knowledge, their target audience could benefit from your knowledge. So we'll collaborate and help each other grow. Provide more value to obviously your audience as well. You really want to be looking to do one of these things on a daily basis to make sure that you get your messaging in front of as many people as possible, as often as possible. People need to hear your message between 10 to 15 times before it really starts to sink into their subconscious, and they instantly start to know who you are and what you do. So the best thing of that is, if they can just look at you, see a picture of you, and instantly relate to you exactly who you are and what it is you do, and and how you can help them. That's exactly what you want, but it actually takes 10 to 15 times for somebody to see, hear, or read a message and before it starts sinking into their subconscious and they just know it off by heart. Also, by producing all this content and being ultra visible, it helps towards another data point. And I believe Google actually tracks this data point as well for something that they're doing within their research, where on average, people will consume up to 7 hours worth of information of content from somebody before they actually feel comfortable making a decision of a purchase. This goes for whether they're looking to book a holiday and they're looking to kind of buy a new car, buy a new tool, whatever it is. It even comes to if they're looking to hire an expert like yourself to help them with a problem. So the more content you have online for them to consume, the more they'll feel comfortable choosing you to help them overcome the problem that they have. And if you are struggling with creating content, what I'd recommend you do is just sit for maybe half an hour and just think about 20 different topics around the area, around the niche that you are an expert in, that you can actually help people with. So just start making a list of ideas and start creating videos on those ideas. And just spend half an hour or so, like I say. And if you are really, really struggling, what you can do is you can either ask other people, so family members, ex-clients or prospective clients, or what you can do is there is a tool called Ask the Public, and just Google Ask the tool, what it is you can put in your area of expertise in there, and it will give you other ideas of type of things that you can talk about. And what that tool does, it actually looks at what people are searching for in Google. So it's a fantastic tool to use. So if you haven't used it before and you are struggling with kind of what type of ideas, what type of content you should be creating, just use that tool and it'll massively help you. So to get started, you need to focus most of your attention on the platform where you're actually going to find your clients. So that's a bit of research that needs to go into this. So first research you need to do is thinking about obviously where your ideal clients are, what type of niche you're looking to work in, and then what type of platform you want to find most of these clients on. Is that LinkedIn? Is that Facebook? Is it Instagram, Twitter? Is it offline? Will you find them mostly at speaking gigs? This is part of the research that you guys need to do before kind of proceeding. And then once you kind of know exactly where your ideal clients are, you need to spend most of your time on this platform, designing your content specifically for it. However, one thing I would recommend is that you actually have a variety of evergreen content and normal content. So what do I mean by evergreen? If that's something you've never heard of before, evergreen is simply, it's just content that once it's online, it can be used over and over again, such as a blog or a YouTube video. So for example, with YouTube, it's a great place to create evergreen content because it's directly linked to Google, because it's owned by Google. When somebody searches for something on Google, so how to do something, what it does is actually searches YouTube as well, and it brings up YouTube recommended videos. So, if you have a video on a topic that they're looking for, it will actually bring up your video as an option for them. However, YouTube itself is one of the biggest search engines in the world as well, for people trying to find answers to their problems. And no matter if you're posting, if you posted a video, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, if the search engine thinks that that video can help this person answer the question that they have, it will show them the video, which puts you in the limelight of being an expert around helping people solve that problem. And even though it was 5 years old, this video now, comparing this to just like if you imagine a social post that you put on Facebook or a video, they can quickly get lost in the masses of other people posting, and even yourself posting on your own pages and in your own communities. So it's unlikely that if you create a post around a specific problem and share it to one of your social channels, that'll ever again get used in the future, unless obviously you kind of reshare it and bring it back to the top of Medium. So I've got one bonus tip when it comes around content creation. When you do create a piece of content, make sure that you leverage that content across as many different mediums and across as many different social channels as possible. So for example, if you write a blog, turn that blog into a video and share it on YouTube, share it on your social channels, and break that blog down into smaller chunks to share as individual social media posts across all the different channels you're on. And go speak on a podcast, be interviewed about the type of content that you actually spoke about in this blog. So be smart with your time and leverage that content as much as you can, so you actually aren't duplicating work for yourself, and so you maximize every piece of content you create across all your different channels to help obviously reach that number of giving people 7 hours worth of content to consume. Because some people prefer to watch videos, some people prefer to read things on social media posts or on blogs. And if you do split this content down into social media posts, you can always link the post back to the blog or back to the video, and directing people to your blogs and to your videos to obviously help them drive traffic to your website or to your YouTube page. So guys, I hope you're enjoying this video so far. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the little notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos that are coming out. And let me know in the comments below if you want me to create any other type of videos around creating your expertise online, because it's quite a large topic and we can talk about this all day. So step number 4, build a tribe-like following. So once you have become the expert or the authority in your industry or in your niche, people will actually start to follow you across all of your different social channels. And this is an absolute privilege that only the real experts or authorities have, and they can build up huge tribe-like followings. But it's an excellent opportunity for you to help more people and to scale your business faster as well. There's a saying that goes, your tribe is your trust fund, because these are the people, these are the true people who are always first to buy your products, your services. They're first to support you, they're first to answer any questions that you have, they're first to share your content, they're first to give you social proof and testimonials. So this is why it's so important to build this tribe of people who will follow you and who will buy from you, and who absolutely love what you do and what you stand for and what your values are about. So how can you build a long-lasting tribe of followers? There's kind of like just one thing which is key here, and it's very, very simple to do, and not many people actually do it on a consistent basis. It's just provide value. Provide value to the people that follow you, and they're following you for a reason, because something that you've said that has resonated with them in the first place, or you've provided value in the past and they've really been appreciative of it and loved what you've said, so want to come back and hear more from you. So you need to be constantly providing value to these people. And if you're brand new to this, I would even go as far as to say you should be providing value and never asking for anything in return, at least for a while, and give that a go. And what it'll do is, you're providing so much value to these people that will actually help grow your expert status faster. Whereas if you are new to the game and you're providing value and you start asking for things immediately, some people it can make people back off a little bit. So Definitely, if you are new to the game and you don't currently have a following, just give, and just keep giving more, at least for a short amount of time, at least for maybe 3 to 6 months. If you are going to be consistent with it, because you need to be consistent with this as well. Because if you're not consistent, your tribe will start looking elsewhere. They'll start following other people, and that's exactly what you don't want. I know this might not sound like ideal for you if you are someone new, but if you're serious about growing your business, it's a lifelong business opportunity as well that you absolutely love, and a tribe of people who love you, then it's 100% worth doing. So please don't skip this step. And if you are creating value, you will attract a tribe in your niche who will become your customer. So, just create more value, and eventually these people will just ask to work with you. They'll be like, how can I work with you? And they will eventually become your customers. And every day, do something to help them. Go out of your way, just go above and beyond to help them with the problem. So if you have a community, make sure that they're asking questions. So every day, say, how can I help you today? Answer their questions, spend time with them, answer all their questions that they've got. And if you do provide more value than your competition in your space, you'll always win. It's as simple as that. If you're providing more value than anyone else in your space, you're going to win. People are going to be drawn to you because you're providing value to them. So make sure that every day you do something to provide value and to build this tribe-like following. And step number 5 is a simple one. Never ever stop learning. So true experts are the best at what they do. They are the best of the best. And the only way to do this is in a fast evolving world like we live in now, is to always be learning, to stay on top of your game, to stay ahead of the curve, and learning new trends, new techniques, new methods, new skills. No matter what industry you're in, always be learning something new and advanced and the next thing that's coming out. Especially if you're in a technology industry, you always need to stay ahead of the game. And what that'll do, that'll make people always come to you first for the up-to-date knowledge. And by staying on top of your game, you'll always stay one step ahead of your competitors. And that's exactly what you need to do when there's so many people out there call themselves experts these days. So many people out there calling themselves coaches, consultants. You need to really put yourself apart from these masses, this crowd of people. And you do that by actually being the best of the best and never ever stop learning and keeping people up to date with new trends and opportunities and skills and how they can overcome problems themselves. So now you know what it takes to become an expert in your industry. It all starts by defining your niche first. So what I've done to help you guys out, I've created a simple little template for you to get started on working out your niche. And if you're already operating within a niche, this template will actually help work out if that niche is right for you or if there's a better opportunity somewhere else. So if you want that template to help you get started or to help work out what niche is right for you, I'll pop a link in the description below. So make sure you click that link and head over to my website, and you can download that template straight away and get started on working on your niche. So guys, if you found this video valuable, please feel free to share it by clicking the share button below. Also remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. And if you are interested, feel free to come and join me over on Facebook as well. I do post quite a lot over there in our community, where we talk about other topics and other issues around obviously building an expert business online. I love chatting with the guys over there, and I'd love you guys to come over there as well and to start being involved in our daily discussions. And if you haven't subscribed already, like I said, please hit that subscription button, because obviously what I'm looking to do with this channel is to help as many people as possible, and I can only do that if you guys subscribe and show other people that this channel is worth listening to, because the more people I help, the more people get help around the world. So thanks very much for your time, guys. Really appreciate it. I'll be back next Tuesday, so make sure you tune back in then. Thanks so much. Have a great week. Bye-bye.